your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired. What up? What up? What up? What's good with it? It's your boy, Phoenix. What's going on? What's going on with it? Happy to have you here with me for another Sunday night rant. So, first things I would like to do this evening is to dedicate today's show to my cousin Corey. Passed away recently, and he was one of my biggest fans. Whether it was a fan of me as a hip-hop artist or a fan of this show, he was a huge fan and a huge supporter of this. So tonight's show will be dedicated to him. Now, I'm going to next discuss the first thing to rant about on the evening sent across my desk. It says, hey, yo, Simon Phoenix, did you see the meme of several hip-hop artists? And the question was, why don't hip-hop artists and athletes make things better for Black America? I was like, what kind of is this? I did find the post, right? And so within the post, there were several conversations to break down for you guys. Most of the people had the same thought I had. It is not their responsibility. And logistically, it would be very hard to do. Now, there are things that could be done by these individuals, such as charity events and games and concerts. That money could be recycled back into Black America through things of buying houses and having lotteries and giving them away to families that could use them, so on and so forth. I was like, yeah, sounds good. Sounds really good. And for me, I stand on the side of it's not their responsibility. Could some athletes do more? Yes. Could some entertainers do more? Yes. But you have to believe and understand that they are individuals and everybody hasn't made it to their pro-Black moment. And who are we to tell people how to spend their money? That's silly. Now, I think this post was based off of an interview that was being had. And I want to get this right, but I know I'm going to mess it up. There's a podcast with former NFL players, and they had a basketball player on there. They were talking about not checking people's pockets, but why is it that when they go to different cities, they have to work out at facilities that they don't own or control? And it was like, it's too many of us. We got too much money. Everybody could put 50 grand in, we could get $5 million together and have somebody build us a facility, buy us some land and do that, which makes sense. And I think that is the root of the secondary question of why they don't do more for Black America. But the idea behind it is you have to have someone who is an extremely good person at bringing folks together. Because that's the key to this. You have to bring people together, give them a vision to get behind. So, I mean, I'm going to say again, we shouldn't be counting nobody's pockets, shouldn't be worried about what nobody doing with their money, because you don't want nobody worried doing with your money. You got a problem with that. You know you do. You don't want nobody counting your ducats for you. But on the other end, I think there is something that those who have made it to the upper echelon could do to help those at the bottom. So, sticky situation. So my next comment is, yo, Simon Phoenix, I know you be watching wrestling. What do you think of Vince McMahon's behavior with continuing to push people that no one likes? Oh man, I almost want to put this on my homeboy Damon. Shout out Damon. I know this wasn't your question, but this would be the type of BS you would send my way. What I'm going to say is Vince McMahon has been out of touch for the last 5 years. I don't think he's going to run the business into the ground because they have such a windfall of money over there. But I do believe that AEW is hot on their heels. Let me say that again. AEW is hot on their heels. That I do believe. But I think we probably maybe have like 2 to 3 more years with Vince McMahon at the helm of WWE. It's going to be more interesting when he is no longer the man behind the machine. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm fighting the cold. Not COVID, a cold. So I'm all stuffed up around these here parts. All right. Let's get into the next thing. Next question. Y'all been coming with some crazy stuff lately. Some of them have been easy. Some of them have been hard. Here's one. Says, yo, Simon Phoenix, did you see the post about the woman getting kicked out of church for cheating? And do you think that's right? Not only did I see the post, right? But one of my favorite YouTubers, Pink Book Lessons, shout out to her. She just covered this shit. That's what makes it so funny. Like, one time you see it, and then you see it 2 times, and then you see it 3 times, and you're like, damn. But that's how you know these kind of conversations be hilarious and deep, and people just want to talk about them. Hey, man, I mean, the church got a right to put her out. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, the whole story basically breaks down that the church sent her a letter, and the letter was basically stating that she is divorcing her husband to pursue love with another man. They have kids together, and they were going to this church, and the husband tried to get her to go to counseling. The church tried to have her come to counseling. She didn't do none of that. And the church was like, look, man, you ain't acting right. You don't want this marriage to work. We can't have you around here doing adultery and whatnot. So you and your tithe can go over there. I found it to be immensely funny. I was like, what? Y'all done put her out to church? Because she done found love in another man's arms. She want to leave her husband. Y'all gonna put her out to church? Well, I guess that's how it go. I mean, you know, you blatantly sinning, I guess. You know. Then they said she was on social media. You know, that Facebook, that Twitter activity y'all love so much. She was on there beefing with church folks. She was over there showing a little bit too much thigh, a little too much leg action. They said that some of her pictures was inappropriate, almost indecent. So yeah, had a lot of that going on. And my opinion still remains the same. Yeah, I mean, the church has a right to kick her out. I don't know. Just like Pink Book Lessons said, hell, I grew up in a church where my mama had been going there for years, that all her friends went there. And then when I didn't go to that church, I went to my grandparents' church, and they had been going there for years and years and years. And half of my mom's siblings went there, that kind of activity. So I could not imagine being kicked out of church where everybody know you. But I couldn't imagine going to church and they know that you left your spouse for somebody else. I wouldn't want that church smoke. That's just me. I wouldn't want that kind of smoke. If you have never had church smoke, you don't want it. Anybody that has had it can tell you. Them teenage pregnancies, getting caught stealing, beating up folks. Don't let the church find out you out here being a hoodlum. Oh my goodness. They for no games. Let me tell you, no games. So, you know, very, very, very interesting stuff going on out here in these streets. Why don't we slide out for a hot second? You know how we do. Got to disappear for 2 and 2. Get us a little commercial break, and then we be right back. Stock the bar vodka made right here in Michigan. Distilled from Michigan red winter wheat. The red winter wheat provides this drink with one of the smoothest flavors known to man. Stock the bar vodka, premium quality. Our motto is smooth taste with a purpose. And now, the official sponsor of Shots Fired Podcast. Stock the bar vodka. Pour up a glass. Drink with a purpose.
Yeah, you know what it is. Shots Fired Podcast Pop.
Brought to you by Mind Bender Incorporated in association with Ashy Radio.
Hey, are you tired of having that upset stomach, that bubbly guts feeling? Then I need you to get with Tyrones Gas X. That's right, Tyrones Gas X is known to stop upset stomach, farting, wet farting, hard farting, bubble guts, squishy guts, and the runs.
Please use as directed. Side effects may be hair loss, weakness of jawline, weakness of pull-out game, lip dick, and pimples.
Tyrones Gas X. Stop you from having that shitty feeling.
Yeah, you know what it is. Shots Fired Podcast Pop.
Welcome back to Shots Fired with Simon Phoenix.
Yo. So, let's get off in the Dirtbag section of the evening. Because you know how I get
I am
out.
not nice, I am not kind, and I am not wonderful.
Now, that being said, let's get off into it, right? So, recently, Facebook post, because you know how much I love crazy Facebook post. Facebook post comes out, and the Facebook post is a large amount of same-sex marriages between African American women. And at the top of these pictures, it states, man, men aren't doing a good job out here. Women have found love with themselves. Men need to do better. Now, the reason why I wanted to put this in the asshole section of the show was I'm going to be a complete asshole. And this is by no means a shot at the LGBT community. But I am frankly 100% sick and tired of saying that men have nothing to do with women deciding to want to date other women. What do I got to do with that? Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Stop putting this shit on us. Because the same is not being done to women. Men have been gay for a long time. And no one is taking shots at women saying that if women were better people, there would be less gay men. No one is trying to connect those dots on the other end. So why do I have to put up with this level of foolishness? Now, I take it in twofold. Now, maybe I think it a little too deep. Maybe I read between the lines a little too much. But damn, why did they all have to be African American couples? Let me say that again. Why did they all have to be African American couples in these women marrying women situations? Now, for me and my unnecessary ass, I feel like they're trying to not only throw men under the bus by the caption that I stated to you earlier, but they want you to subconsciously believe in the dumbass idea that black men aren't worth shit. I truly believe that are what these here posts are for. They are stones into the river of we need to make the ripple of brothers ain't shit. That's just me. That's just where I stand on this shit. It is annoying as hell to constantly see that level of bullshit be put out there. And it's not the first, it's not the second or the third time I've seen a post like this. That is why I stated before, this ain't got nothing to do with men. These people made a choice, a decision on their own to say, this is what I like, and it worked for them, and they found love. And I should be happy for that, because guess what? I am happy for that. But don't use that as a narrative to say that I, as a black man, ain't shit. Or to back it up and throw the black out and just say I, as a man, ain't shit. That is BS. Bullshit.
I smell bullshit. That's what I'm saying. I smell bullshit. Lies and deceit.
That's exactly what this is. So that's my little asshole section of the night. Let that marinate, if you like. So, you know me. I'm a lover of underground hip hop. You know, that's my thing. That's my land I like to live in. If you don't know what underground hip hop is, it just means it's not mainstream. It means somebody like me got to put your raggedy ass on. Now, y'all already know, got people I be fucking with, albums I'm in love with, shit like that. But I'm going to do what I like to do. And I'm going to leave y'all with some gangster shit. You know, everybody need a little gangster shit in their life. So straight off the God's Kitchen, 1984, The Highway, holla at your boy, Simon Phoenix, shots fired. I'm gone.
Not about to smoke me out tonight, so if y'all fellas is done, I'll be downstairs. So we making a beat right here.
Nigga, I am not trying to.
Just open the door.
Man, y'all always just open the door and then just
y'all niggas. Ew. Just say no.
You don't want the whole smell like weed.
Man.
Here it is.
Man.
We're smoking, bro.
You know?
Definitely know a lot about that.
You know, you smoke too much of that shit. That shit's gonna rob you of your own shit.
You getting high already?
I was always ain't no secret. I was always.
Let's smoke a O for OJ, OG and OJ. Zenny took my nigga away. God ain't no way. God made a way, by the way, when there was no way. Rolled up an O in the J's. It's a slow day. Roll a rosé for Renee. Call her Oye's. God put a plug in my face when there was no yay. I used to get pounds of consignment without a copay. But fuck working minimum wage, a slave for low pay. Cause we do what we gotta do, not what we wanna do. Filling out apps, got an interview for a job or two. They say they hiring fellas, pray the drug screen is optional. Cause honestly, my piss is dirtier than a prostitute. I smoke a lot of fruits, guzzle Skittles and Zowers. Their purple punch is good, but it ain't fucking with ours. To pass by the hours, I will practice my role. Somebody stole my lighter like the shit on the stove.
Kool-Aid flavors I cater, my neighbors must be wondering. Phone steady jumping, them numbers, we keep them coming in. Held it down for summers, no wonder we went to Wonderland. Contraband turned legal here, but I'm trapping different strands. Always have, always been, always win, cause they always in. 2010, use Jaws as my marketing. Bells for the balls, fluid ounce, mason jars, flew it out and threw it out. We ain't never had a problem.
We rollin' smoking blunts on repeat the whole week, cause that supreme purple punch ain't cheap. The whole street think Rand get this shit so cheap. Used to see how he roll woods right out the pea. It's so sweet, like a pan right red the whole week. It don't compete, call it strong, but this shit so weak. These bowls reek from the trunk, smell those from the seat. So indiscreet, we tried both, but we got both beat. My slow speech means
Shots fired, Simon Phoenix, The Highway off of God's Kitchen, 1984. All right, holla at your boy. I'm gone.